Hey guys, Brent Abel with you, WebTennis, and this is What's the Right Shot, episode number 26. And if you saw episode number 25, we had a point here where Phil Landauer lobs over Bill Matthews' backhand, and Paul goes in, takes care of the overhead, and plays it right around here to Brian's feet, and Brian can't handle the half volley. And I went back and looked through the raw footage of this, of all these points, and here's what happened 2 points later. This is just amazing. Now we get a backhand return. Remember the one before was a forehand return from Phil, and exact same thing. We got a great low return to serve. Paul, now remember the point before he played his volley in here, and Phil plays that lob off his forehand. Well, now he comes over here and he plays the same shot, a lob, and it's going over Bill's backhand. And, I could stop it right here. I mean, if this doesn't look identical to the last one, I don't know what does. But I'm not going to stop it and say, hey, what do you think's the right shot? But guess what, folks? Paul ends up hitting the exact same shot and just ties up Brian. And so, just kind of a quick review of these last 2 points. This may be something that Paul, for whatever reason, in his repertoire of athletic ability, of his skill set with movement, his skill set of his overhead, this just may feed perfectly into this shot for him. And so, to get back to what we talked about, a lot of the comments in episode number 25, you got to identify what really works well for you. And what may look on paper to be, quote unquote, the right shot, I think you don't want to go here each and every time you get this opportunity because you want to keep these guys honest. But what I'm telling you is that you have to recognize what you're good at, what you're not. And, there are times when you just got to repeat the process. And, lots of times you get the same result. All right. Here comes episode number 26 of What's the Right Shot, and I think you're going to enjoy this one as well. Hey guys, Brent Abel back here with you, WebTennis, and this is episode number 26 of What's the Right Shot, and this is going to be the question segment of our two-part video series on What's the Right Shot here. And again, we've got these national 60 level players at a tournament a couple of years ago. We've got Bill Matthews. You can't see him over here. He will come in once the server, Phil Landauer, serves. Phil's partner's Brian Cheney. And then back over here is Paul Wolf. This is a first serve. And we've got a nice serve here from Phil. Goes down the tee. And Paul plays a great lob return to serve. It's really tough on this to consistently play the shot when you're stretched out over here, unless you're on great balance. Actually, Paul looks in pretty good shape right here. But he plays a good lob. And, we've been working the last couple of episodes on this lob where it goes over the partner. And, who ends up taking it? Well, again, we're going to get Phil over here playing this shot, and he does the right thing here. He's not going to do much with this. This is a backhand overhead. And, I know a lot of players would say, well, right about here, Brian ought to be crossing over. Not so sure. Possibly it's not that far over his head. And but what I do like is he's really watching his partner to see what shot is coming back. And once he sees it goes back towards Paul, these guys have pretty good core position. I like the shot Paul plays here. Plays it back cross court as an approach, and Phil comes in, takes it off early and plays a good cross-court volley, and Paul just plays a great shot. The ball is down low, forcing Phil to not pop it up, and Phil doesn't. He ends up getting it back down low, and this now becomes a bit of a pop-up here for Phil. And you know what I'm going to tell you is Phil ends up playing this right between sort of shoulder height and waist height. What I want you to tell me, what do you think is the right shot for Phil? He is back behind the service line. These guys have pretty good court position up here. You know, what do you think is the right place for Phil to play this shot? So right below the video, let me know. Looking forward to your comments. Have a great day out there.